Oh, yeah. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Okay, tonight I am your host. My name is Lucy Okonkwo. I'm your host for tonight. And thank you all so much for joining into the Mindset Shift Bootcamp this year. We are so excited to have you this year on our Mindset Shift Bootcamp. If you are live with us, please do write in the chat and tell us where you're viewing us from, and what if you have joined us in the last 3 days. Tell us how the sessions have been for you so far, before our next guest comes up, so that we can all enjoy this session together. Yeah. So if you're live, please just chat, tell us where you're viewing from and how it has been so far for you in the last few days with all the guest speakers. So we've had we've had Pastor David, or Mr. David, come to teach us on branding, and then we've had Pastor Mrs. Mercy Lawal come to teach us about insight into what's going to happen in the future, and give us an insight of what we're going to be preparing for in the next few days to come. Things are going to be happening, and we need to know how to prepare, the wisdom we need, the knowledge we need for the things that are going to be happening. Right. I think our guest is here, Mr. Daniel. I'll just introduce him before he comes up. All right. Okay, Mr. Daniel is an amazing transformational life coach. He is also a social media he's a social media expert, and he's a brand strategist. So if you're here tonight, you're very, very lucky. You're one of the lucky few, because branding, social media, and teaching people on how to be amazing people is what he is good for. He's what he's known for. Good evening, sir. I don't know if he is. Good evening, sir. Good
Okay,
evening, Mr.
hello, good
Daniel. Good evening,
evening.
sir.
Can you hear me?
Clearly, I can hear you clearly,
All
sir.
right, can you
Thank you
hear me?
so much for choosing to join us on
Amazing,
this year.
amazing.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, sir. Yeah, thank you so much
All
for
right,
joining us in this
thank you.
year's podcast. I was just telling the people, the participants available, that you are an amazing social media expert, a transformational leader coach, and you're also good at branding. So if they're here tonight, they are very lucky, because I was just looking through everything you've done so far, and I'm like, we're so excited and so lucky to have you, sir.
To be here. Thank you.
All right, sir. So you can go ahead, because the floor is yours. The floor is yours to teach away, and to this session is yours. So the floor is yours, to teach away. So tonight we're going to be teaching on greatness, redefining greatness. So the floor is yours, sir. Hello, sir. I think your line is frozen. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Wow. Hello. This might not work. So can you all hear me? So I think it's network. I think it's network, but our guest will be back shortly. So before our guest comes in, um the last thing that Mr. David taught us on social media, especially LinkedIn branding, was so amazing and eye opening because as a career person, my whole environment is mostly around LinkedIn because that's where professionals are to get to see our work and get to know what we do and learning how to upgrade and update and be very there on social media. It's a very important thing, in our company lately. My boss said something and it was very interesting. He said the reason why you would not want to share what you do is either you have a low esteem of what you do, or you are ashamed of what you do, or you are just you think too much of yourself, that you think too much of your product, that you think, oh, people don't need to, they will just get to know about it. And that caught me because especially when he said you are ashamed of the brand, I thought to myself, I said, wow, am I ashamed of my company's brand because I usually don't put out my work that much? Do I have confidence in what I do as a person in my office? If I don't have much confidence in what I do as a person in my office, that just changes everything. So branding, I was speaking to some of my friends, and I might call her out on this podcast. Gabrielina Co. And we're like, okay, guys, we need to start putting our stuffs out there. And what are you doing about it? Are you putting it on social media? Is it on Twitter? Is it on Instagram? Are you following the right channels to put out your stuff? We are in an era of social media, and how you package yourself on social media matters a whole lot. Matters a whole lot. And if you want to build your brand, if you want to send out your products, I tell you one thing for sure. Oh, welcome back, sir. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, sir.
Okay, please, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clear.
Okay, oh my, so sorry about that. I just moved into a new environment, so I'm just trying to just get used to the best network in this area. But it's fine, right? So sorry about that. I trust that we'll have a good flow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't want to waste time. Thank you for having me. Thank you. So I want to know. Okay, so should I just start, or you're going to ask me some
Yes.
questions?
No, 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 sir. The floor is yours. So when we are done with all the amazing stuff you will give us today, then we'll ask our questions. We just don't want to hinder you tonight, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing session. It's so good. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be here. All right. Thank you for having me. I believe that quite a number of us have been following this meeting from day one, and I know it's been a, a load of value. And I want to say big shout out to, you know, the set woman on shout a lot. I got over 22 big value acted back to scratch then. I events, others
So I'm so
Can you hear me? Is
yeah,
my
the
voice
line is
breaking?
breaking there. Yeah, very so much. Yes, it's breaking a lot.
Wow.
It's breaking a lot.
Can you Wow. Okay. How about now?
Better, better, much better. Network, network,
Okay.
network, network. Ten.
So were you able to hear what I
No.
said before, or I should?
So the line is still breaking. It's still breaking. It's really breaking. Oh, wow. All right. We'll just wait until he comes back. MTN has been doing wonders lately. MTN has really been doing wonders lately. Maybe type from wherever you are. If maybe it's just us, maybe it's just us right here that has been having those glitches in network. But type from wherever you are. Let's know what's the condition of the network in your area. Is it great? Is it great? All right. Oh, wow. I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. Network has been up and down lately, everywhere. Anyways, but before he comes back, today's session is one that I think we should pay attention to. Just as the coach said yesterday, we're in a season of transition. We're in a season of transition. We're in a season of where people are changing and evolving. Basically, if you don't evolve, the times will catch you, and when it catches you, time is not merciful. It's going to really bleed you dry if you're not ready. Okay.
Okay, please. Is my voice still too breaking?
Now it's better. Now it's better. Now it's better.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All right.
Network
Is
has
my
been bad
apology.
for the last 2 years.
Yes, it was so bad. I moved into a new area, and but even at that, Airtel is not going. MTN, like I'm literally struggling between three networks now: Airtel, MTN, and Glow at the same time.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
but I don't know. Is this better now? Okay, please, can anyone hear me? Because I can't hear the host again.
Yes, it's better than the other network if you just switched. Yes, it's better.
Okay, so I can see the comment, right? So please, based on okay, due to the complexity of this network, all right, I think I would appreciate if we can be very active in the comment section. It will really help us to know, because right now I can't see the host again. I can't hear the host, but I don't know if it's just me or it's everyone. So please, I would need everyone to communicate in the comment, right? So please, if you can hear me, just comment I can hear you. All right, in the comment section. Just drop a comment I can hear you in the comment section. Let me know if it's just me because I can't see the host again. So at the comments, um if I can get like three I can hear you, then I will know that I'm on. Okay, I think I'm on. All right. So I just moved into a new environment. Please, thank you for patience, right? Thank you for patience. Let's see how we can get this going. Wow. So I took out time to really appreciate the settlement of this great great platform, and I shared how she has been of tremendous blessing, to me personally and those around me as well. And her lovely husband happens to be an amazing model I respect and honor a whole lot, Mr. Ruki. So I really celebrate, and it's a privilege to be in this wonderful platform. So let's get to business, right? Everyone in, and trust me, you're going to get value tonight. All right, I think I was off for some seconds. I think I'm back now. You will get
Yeah, you're
super,
back.
super value tonight. All right, yeah. So if you're ready to fly, just drop the fire emoji in the comments. Let's set the whole place on fire. Drop the fire emoji in the comments. All right, let me see some fires. Please don't forget, right? We're in this together. So I would know when I'm off and I will know when I'm on. Thank you so much. I can see some fire in the comments already. All right. So we're talking about an amazing topic, all right, tonight. We're going to look at life evolution, right? A very, very vital aspect of life that I don't joke with. Okay. All right. So let me start with this flow. Okay, let's start by praying. Father, we thank you for such an amazing time as this. Lord, we ask that, Lord, your wisdom rest upon us greatly. Lord, I ask for utterance that as I speak tonight, they won't just hear and get new knowledge, but the grace that would enable them to become is released in the name of Jesus' name. I've prayed. Amen. Evolution is a vital aspect of life. Back then, when we're still in school, we went through a topic in science class on evolution, and we studied how the earth, the universe, different creatures evolve. Yeah, there are lots of extremes to that school of thoughts. Especially the aspect of how human beings evolved from apes, okay, to human beings. We all know that is just an empty thought. But however, all right, when you look at evolution at a more realistic level, you will see how economies, right, industry have been evolving as time goes on. We have the industrial age, all right. We have the digital age, industries, the church, every sector, the banking sector, religion, economic sector, and all sector always experience a level of evolution. All right, things keeps evolving, and the beauty of evolution is that whenever it takes place, all right, there is always a new methodology to sustain it. Now, I keep saying something over and over again. Whenever I'm given the chance to speak, I love to, buttress this point so we'd be on the same level ground. Now, most of us are yet to understand that the lockdown year, all right, what we know as the COVID year, wasn't just a year, wasn't just the pandemic year as we know it to be. All right. At least everyone here has experienced the COVID year. No one here is 4 years or 5 years, right? Everyone here experienced the COVID year. Now, there is more to the COVID year than just the pandemic year. That was the beginning of a new era and a new evolution. Okay. Now, we have the pre-COVID era and we have the post-COVID era. The pre-COVID era is the time frames before the COVID. All right. We have the COVID and we have the post-COVID era, the time frame after the COVID. Now, the COVID year ushered us into a new way of doing things. All right. Beyond it being a pandemic year, that was the beginning of a new evolution. During the pre-COVID year, one of the predominant factors that played out was that the offline world, all right, when I mean offline world, the physical world, meetings, like the offline world, things that happen without the internet, right, was the mainstream, while the online world was more like the back door. It was that extra or that bonus that wasn't needed. All right. It was that extension that was not needed. So, for example, churches meet in a physical building and they can have a probably a Facebook page that they seldom post on. All right. Nothing goes on there because before then, the offline world was the front door of every sector, the offline world, while the online world was the back door of every sector. So people had the online space, all right, as just that extra. Yes, we have a Facebook page. You can go there and follow our activities. Yes, I have an account online and stuff like that. Meanwhile, the main business before the COVID year was happening offline. Now, during the pandemic, right, we experienced a major shift. We saw how the online world now became the new front door of every sector. And we saw how the offline world now became the back door of every sector. All right. All of a sudden, every church started going live. Every church started going live. All right. Started live streaming. Do you understand that, right? Workspace, that was where remote job experienced a tremendous rise. The knowledge industry boomed like never before in the history of mankind. That was the era of courses, buying courses, writing, in fact, things also to know as content creation, monetizing your knowledge, all these amazing stuff, remote work and all that. It skyrocketed during the COVID. Now, let me announce to you that the COVID year is over, but this methodology haven't changed. In fact, it keeps getting better and better. Please, if you are still with me, just drop a wave in the comments. All right. Please, my lovely host, I want to know, am I still breaking?
No, we can hear you.
All right, great. So hope we're all following. I hope to see some comments to see that we are all following because we are about to fly.
can hear
All right. Yes, amazing. I can see some comments. So why is it even possible for us to even explore, this stream of meeting tonight is because of is the online world. I don't think I've met our lovely anchor tonight, and she haven't met me too. But here we are having meetings with you in the comment section.
you
Like, is it 12 days
clear.
now? Okay, please, can you hear me? All right, I think I'm back. Please, if you can hear me, just comment. I can hear you. I want to just drop some main points, so we could at least quit a night because this is network. We might not be able to do much, but however, I want this time would have to be very, very impacting. I think it's a general problem everywhere. Okay, I can see someone there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I believe we are all following. Okay. So for you not to be left out, because a whole lot have changed, and sadly, many people are still trapped in the traditional way of doing things. All right. Have you observed that even in the academic world, things have changed? All right. Not to downplay the role of certification, okay, but the pre-COVID era, certification was a thing. Like, you are done with your you are done with your degree. If you don't go for a master's, no matter how good you are, it will be difficult for the workplace to recognize you for the value you will bring to the table, because you are always judged based on your certification. So there was a high demand, on certifications, bachelor's degree, masters, PhD, all manner of online certifications. If anyone can hear me, okay, we're back. We're back. All right. So now in the post-COVID era, you might have noticed that people now hire you based on what you know. All right. You
True,
see, there are
true.
cases of of dropouts being CEOs of companies. Not like they even found the company, like they were promoted to being CEOs, being COOs, being CFO, all manner of things happening. You see co-founders, and not just in the Western world, even here, right, in Africa, it's happening already. Because right now, in fact, I in my agency, from in the history of we hiring people, I've never asked anyone to send me their BSc or their OND or their HND. You get what I'm saying? It's always based on, okay, fine, are you done with school, or did you go to school, or whatsoever? And once you are good, you are good. Right? We hire you and we pay well based on what else we can at the level. So it's always been like that, right? People now get you based on what you know. So a whole lot has changed. Now, why do I have to say all this, right? Because if you don't understand that we are living in a changed evolution, okay, you will still be stuck trying to do what used to work in a new civilization, and that will lead to massive frustration. Okay, so I would share like 5 things tonight. All right, 5 areas that you should focus on if you want to evolve in this ever changing world. Trust me, a whole lot have changed. And let me share a good news with you, right? I understand that in the history of Nigeria, in the history of Africa, even at a global level, let me use Nigeria as a case study. This is the worst economy that's ever happened to Nigeria. It's the worst. I saw something online that actually made me laugh. It said it reached our time to become adults since come costs. Truly, truly, like get what I'm saying, right? Things became expensive.
Expensive.
Come on, right? I can't even start to even say things, but it happens like that. But here is the amazing thing, right? Despite this there has never been a time where making money has been easier than now.
True.
There's never been a time when making money has been easier than now, right? Things are difficult, things are hard, but before now, it's are you observing now? Let's talk about those who are doing things at the legal level. Let's leave the Yahoo boys and all that. They're not even part of what I'm talking about, right? But at the legal and modest level, you observe that you will see a lot of young people, 17, 18, 19, 20s, making millions already from what they are doing and still looking simple and all that. Someone can be in his bedroom having turnovers that even a company is not even making or up to half in a year. Things has changed drastically. Drastically. So if you don't, you see, take advantage of this new season, it's going to, because it's like a two-edged sword. On one hand, is the worst economy ever, and it is not even
Mm,
friendly at all, especially to us young people. On the other
mm.
hand, this is the best time for you to strive as a young person. On the other hand, it's the best time. Dollars is now 1,700. Imagine if you are earning probably $5,000 monthly. That is like 10 million monthly from the comfort on the comfort of your home. Things are getting expensive. People are getting richer at the same time. Not just you don't not just necessarily by earning online, sorry, by earning in hard currency, but from different legit means. All right. So you have to understand the way things work. Now, five things I'm going to share with you tonight that would help you to experience a mind shift and evolution. Number one, the internet is a gold mine. See, as a young person, there are different things that you can say that I can forgive you for. But you see this thing of saying social media is not my thing, all this internet stuff, as a young person, you are forbidden from making such statements. You are forbidden. You get what I'm saying? Internet is the gold mine. Look at how it's been a blessing. Please, is my voice breaking?
No, sir. Your voice is actually clear, very clear.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. See the amazing work Pastor Jerry Eze is doing. In fact, let me tell you something amazing. All right. I base here in Abuja, and Pastor Jerry's church is also here in Abuja as well. In fact, I think I've gone there like once. Yes, his church have a handful of members, but trust me, is nothing compared to
Online
what
audience.
you see. First of all, when he's having his online prayers daily, all right, PPPD or what? Sorry, I don't follow it. Or
Yes,
it's nothing
NSP.
compared to what you see when he goes for crusade. I think he was in Liberia this week, thereabouts. Look at the massive turnouts and all that. Why? The online space. If you are joking with the internet at this point, now When I say that the internet is a gold mine, it's beyond being active online. All right,
Mm.
because there are two types of people who exist. There is the content creators and there is the content consumer. You have to learn to take advantage of the online space, right? Now let me just break it down in just a few steps and move on to the next one. Now, first of all, right, understand that personal brand sells faster, all right, than your company logo. It sells faster than your business logo. It sells faster than your company's name, your slogan, whatever you present. Personal brand. People buy you first before they buy whatever you have to offer. All right. And one of the best way that you can build a personal brand for yourself is through the social media. Right? Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, yeah. So whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatsoever, right? X, you have to build a strong personal brand for yourself on social media. How can you start doing that? I have a book where I explain that, but I'll just try to just brief in through some points. All right. Set up a good profile for yourself. All right. Have a good, elegant picture of yourself online, and become a content creator. In fact, if possible, create more video form content. Every day should pass. Sorry, no day should pass without you creating something online, or let me say, no week should pass for a start without you talking about your area of expertise, your area of giftings, your business, your area of calling, all right, your skill. You have to be loud about it, because here's one rule with the online space. I think the first place I supposed to talk about personal brand, right? I think I followed it,
Yeah.
so I'll just brush through it. Now, one thing with the online space is that a loud novice would always outshine a silent expert. A loud novice would always
Mm.
outshine a silent expert, right? Whatever you do with that info is up to you. But put that in your mind. You have to be visible. Now, secondly, I talked about that the internet is a gold mine. Now, secondly, is that you have to understand the place of knowledge. All right. See, knowledge is the lifeblood of the digital the lifeblood of the digital evolution. Okay, please, my lovely host, please, how many minutes do I have left? I know I was given 40 minutes, but
Don't worry. Take your you still have at least 15, 15, 20 minutes. All right.
sorry, I didn't hear you. It seems your voice was breaking.
Oh, okay. You still have 20 minutes.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please hope we are following. All right. Now, knowledge is the lifeblood of every digital evolution. All right. Now let me say
Yes, yes,
something.
sir.
It still pains me that this old statement is still true even at this point. And here is it, right? If you want to hide
Yes, sir. Yes,
something,
yes, sir.
okay. Network. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Okay, please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Okay, great, 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 great. Don't worry, right? We are going to overcome tonight, no matter how hard the next talk tries. All right. But hope you're getting
Overcome.
value already. All right.
Yeah.
Hope we're getting value already. Okay, yeah.
Yes, we
So
are.
this statement still plays out. If you want to hide something from an African man, you hide it in a book because he would never, never read that book. Now, I first of all, I think I first gave a forbidden rule that as a young person, don't say I'm not the social media type, I'm not the internet type. Okay, fine. If you say I'm not the social media type, I can forgive you because somehow you can still scale. Okay. But if you say you're not the internet type, that's where we have problem. Okay. Now, the second forbidden rule. You see this thing, I'm not the reading type. I know most of you here might have said that over and over again. I don't read books. How these books? I prefer to watch YouTube videos. I prefer to listen to audiobooks. Be sincere with yourself. How often do you even watch those YouTube videos that you say you prefer to watch? How often do you say, I prefer to listen to a podcast? How often do you listen to those podcasts? How often do you even listen to those audiobooks? All right. So what you say is that this is just a way of just excusing yourself from doing the needful. Now, I'm the founder of one of the fastest that's growing club in Africa at the moment. But here's one shocking fact that people still get shocked of when I say it. First of all, reading never came to me naturally. I know some of us, right from when we were young, we love to read. We love to read books, read random books, right? I won't lie to you, it was not my thing. It was a skill I learnt and built in my late teenage, when I was going to my 20s. Now, here's the second shocking fact, right? I don't see reading till now as a hobby. What is a hobby? Hobby is that thing that you do to, relax. That fun thing that you do at ease, right? Especially when you want to relax yourself. All right. I don't see reading as a hobby till now because reading to me is work. When I want to relax, I don't pick up a book. I rather surf the internet. I rather go out, take a stroll, take a walk, sleep, listen to music or whatever. But I don't pick a book to read. Reading to me is work. I see it as a tedious task that should be done. But despite that, you'll be joking if you said I'm not an avid reader. I'm always reading. Why? Not because of I read for fun, but because of I know what reading does to me. One of the tools that God used to transform my life, one of the biggest tools that God used, there are a lot, but it was reading. If you had known me before now, probably if you had met me in the last 10 years, 10 years is even too far. Okay, no, I think the last 10 years I was already at least coming out small. So let's say if you had met me in the last 15 years or last 10 years per se, still valid. Okay, trust me, you can't even draw the line between who I am now and who I used to be. You can't draw the line. You can't even trace it. Some people look at me now and say, hey, I've always known that you'll be great. It's a lie. They never knew that I'll be great because I wasn't looking like it. I could be in a class, right? When I was still in secondary school, I could be in a class, and from the start of that class till the end, from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., I won't say a single word. I will be quiet. I wasn't even a bright student per se. I used to be bright, but along the way, I stopped being bright. So nothing. I was so timid, so shy, so naive, so nonchalant, and all that. But when I gave my life to Christ, one of the things that God did, that first of all, God sparked my interest to read. I started reading books. Okay, just start reading books like that, just reading. Thank God I didn't get admission on time. I all my jam. Yeah, okay. Now when I was in SS2, SS3, my intelligence came back. That is a long story. It was still a divine intervention, but that is a long story. However, I was passing my jam back to back. All right, scoring above 200. But guess what? I wrote jam four times, four, before I got to the university. Some of us here might be worse than mine, some might be less, but I wrote jam four times, and I was intelligent. I was also writing post UTME. You get what I'm saying, right? I even know. Remember, small. I wrote police. I applied for police university in Kano, of which if I had got, I've got news, I've been a police officer by now. Okay, but now why am I saying all this, right? When I gave my life to Christ newly, um, when I was waiting for admission, all right, when I rededicate my life to Christ, okay, it was a rededication to Christ actually. God activated in me the ability to read. I would just see books then. I pick up these books, and he said with faith-based books, actually, right? Faith-based books, you know, tied on finance and all that. Now I just read. I could stay from morning to evening just reading. At a point, I read like 2 to 3 books in a day from start to the end. Now, personally, I had no clue. Okay, now I don't know. Please, can you guys hear me? Because whenever I can't see the host, I have to make sure that I'm still being heard. And I'm looking so stressed. I haven't rested since morning. Okay, please let me know if you can hear me, please. Okay, thank you. I started reading. Now, what I noticed is that my mindset shifted. One thing reading does for you is that, what took these authors about 40 years, 30 years, 20 years to learn, to experience, is all compressed into a book. And whenever you pick a book to read, what you're doing is that you are living the life of these authors. What took them so long, years to learn. I remember when I read the book by Kenneth Hagin then on, the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And I saw how it took him years to come into that truth. But I read the book in less than 2 days, and I started working in the reality of what he taught. That is how powerful reading is. The way I spoke changed, the way I reasoned changed. My mindset was sharpened. I wish we have time. Let me dwell on mindsets. Because, see, you can't rise above your mindset. You cannot. You cannot. I first heard it from Sam Adeyemi. He said, in terms of finance, right? He said, you can be short of funds and still have a rich mindset. And you can be rich in cash and still have a poor mindset. He now gave an example. He said there was a village, right? I can't remember how he put that example, but more like there was a village that they had few rich men and many poor men as usual. Okay. And the king, in a bid to equalize wealth, decided to take all the riches of the wealth of the rich men in that village. He now shared it equally to everyone. Equally to everyone. So everyone now woke up with the same level of wealth. What happened next? All right. Now, the poor man now became the same level with the rich man. He was upgraded while the rich man was downgraded. Everyone had equal level of wealth and assets and belonging. Now, he said after 5 years, what happened? Those who were previously rich became richer, and those who were previously poor became poorer, even after wealth was distributed equally. What was the result? What caused it? It was the mindset. Napoleon Hill would say it that whatever your mind can conceive, you can achieve. A very powerful statement. Have you observed that before God will take a man far, what the first thing that God will do is that God will give that man a vision to work with? Because God knows that if your mind is not seeing it, if your mind can't carry it, even though He released the blessing upon you, your hand can't handle it. Before He could bring Abraham into the reality of being the father of many nations, He said, Abraham, look at the stars. As far as your eyes can see. He said, look at the sands by the seashore. As far as your eyes can see, God would always give you a picture to work with. Even in the time of Joseph, before God could take Joseph to the palace, God was showing Joseph the reality of what he could become by dreams. Because if your mind have not captured it, even if it rains heavily, the door of heaven opened, trust me, you can't benefit from it. There are people who get rich mistakenly, and in a short while, that wealth disappears because they haven't built their mind to that point where they could handle that riches. And when it comes to shaping your mind, knowledge is a vital ingredient. Knowledge. See, you have no idea how messed up your mind is. Let me tell you something. Being born in Nigeria alone already, you were born into a system that has messed up your mind already. Messed up. I was sharing it with some of my friends this afternoon while we're having, lunch eatery at an eatery. I told them that I remember having a call with one of my clients, one of my foreign clients. He has been in the US all his life. And I was still in my former house then. And my house is a nice house, well looking. But somehow I was having the call close to the window. And he saw that my fence had bar wires, right? I think it's a norm now for fence to have bar wires. He asked me, wait, is that bar wires? He said, I thought that those are for prison. I was like, yeah, it's true, really, really. Because I know whenever I'm watching American film, I used to see only bar wires when prison, when they're showing prison. I've never seen it before in somebody's
In
compound.
prison.
You get a whole lot. Pure water. I was watching. Do you know what pure water? The fact that you have to put water into a sachet. In fact, the fact that you don't have lights, everything alone, right, is messed up. The fact that you're even buying data, 10 MB, 20 MB, 30 MB, 40 MB, everything is messed up. You get what I'm saying, right? So you being born into the system already put your mind at a disadvantage. Not to talk of if you're now born into a family or an environment that does not triggers growth or success. Take it or leave it. Already you are in a problem. And one of the fastest way to remedy for that problem is through the tool of knowledge, through reading. You would expose your mind to experiences, to people, to realities that are alien to your current surrounding. To your current surrounding. You can live in an angwa, live somewhere. In fact, maybe where you are staying is not even located. Even the map on Google can't even pick your location, wherever it is. But if you can give yourself to learning continuously, you pick book on personal development, you read on time management, you read on finances. See, I think I shared doing my flight conference. There was a time I got tired of my finances, and the action I took was to read books on finances, and that was it. That was my breakthrough. Read books like The Richest Man in Babylon. Read Secrets of the what's the name now, by Steve Herb. Thank you. All right. Read books. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Although the book for me that helped me my finances was the book by T. Herb Ika. All right, The Secret of the Millionaire Mind. That book, I read that book like 4 times. Think and Grow Rich. There is no week that I don't read that book, even till now. Everyone has theirs, but these are the books that opened me to finance. The one by Brain Share, things rich people know and definitely wants to hide from you. I think that was one of my first read book on finance. Read books on leadership. The more you expose your mind to knowledge, right? Trust me, it will bring you out. Now, I think I said I was going to share 4 things, but I'm pressed for time. So let me just end by sharing one. Then we trust God to throw more light into what we have learned. We are in the time and age where you have to be in the business of selling something. All right. The system reward those who have what to sell. You can sell either a product. Now, and when I say product, it can be a physical product, it can be a digital product. You can sell a service, all right? You can even sell an ideology, you can sell a solution, but ensure that beyond your 9 to 5, beyond your ministerial duties, or whatever, beyond your social work, or whatever you are doing, ensure that you are in the business of selling. Those who would thrive, in fact, one of a necessity that you have is the skill of sales and marketing. So let me merge 2 things together. First of all, have a product or a services that you are selling that will bring you money. Second of all, master the skill of sales and marketing. Whatever you are doing, Jesus Christ was a good sales person, right? Your ability to sell an ideology or perception in exchange for value, right, is sales, is marketing. Just me trying to just summarize it. But learn the skill of sales and marketing is a skill. Every day I ensure that I do either 4 of these things or at least 3 of them. First of all, I ensure that no day pass without me creating something, either a content, either a product, either a service, either a solution, but I ensure that I always create something. Number 2, I learn something. No day pass without me learning. All right. Number 3, I market or promote something. And number 4, I build relationships. I'm not good at that. In fact, that is the one that I fail woefully. Woefully. All right. If not for leadership that keeps bringing me out, and also business, I don't think I have I won't have up to 2 people in my life. That is the truth. You get right. But despite that, it can be something as simple as calling a loved ones, chatting someone up, or trying to relate with someone better who would lead you to your destiny, and where you are going to. So when I mean building profitable relationship, all right. So every day ensure that you are creating, you are learning, you are promoting, and you are building relationships. Okay. Now, first of all, I said the internet is the gold mine. All right. Secondly, I spoke on how knowledge is the bloodline of digital evolution. All right. Then, thirdly, I spoke about how you should own and sell a product, a services, just sell something. And in doing that, ensure you master the skill of sales and marketing. Is broad, but just go and just go to Google and type sales and marketing, how to learn sales and marketing on social media digitally. Learn the skill of negotiation. Learn. All right. Learn it. You get what I'm saying? Learn it. I think it was okay. I think I think time has gone. I have a lot to say, but I think with what I've said, um, everyone here must have gotten value. Just go and just go to Google and type sales and marketing, how to learn sales and marketing on social media digitally. Learn the skill of negotiation. Learn. All right, learn it. You get what I'm saying? Learn it. I think it was okay. I think I think time has gone. I have nothing to say, but I think with what I've said.
Wow, I'm so sorry. I think network kept on kicking me out of this live podcast. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to our wonderful host who has been very gracious with the internet back and forth. Uh, uh, we're so grateful to our wonderful host who has been gracious with these internet fluctuations. Thank you all for staying till the end of this podcast because I feel I feel the host network is out. Thank you. Say host. Sorry. Our guest network is out, and thank you all so much for joining us today. See you again tomorrow by 8 p.m. We hope again the network is better and it's the network is better and good. See you again tomorrow. We're expecting another amazing coach, another guest speaker for tomorrow. And with that, I'll say good night from my end. And any questions, you can drop your questions. We'll take it and we'll send it to the guest speaker, and he's going to answer all your questions. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Bye for now.